So how long does it actually take to get to know someone well enough to know if they have true relationship potential?
In Wired for Dating, we talk about that it takes at least a year. And the reason it takes at least a year, dovetailing what you said, Sue, is that in the beginning of a relationship, we're basically on drugs. And we're on these endogenous drugs, nature's remedy for all the things we won't be able to do after we're off these drugs. And so we're at our best. We don't have sexual dysfunctions. We don't have problems with somebody's hair or somebody's skin. Everything looks great. Throw in a little alcohol. There's no problem with asymmetry. All good. And but that is nature's way of saying mate, right? Procreate. But even when that dies down, and it does die down, there's a period of really getting to know somebody, because in the beginning, we're just projecting. I'm recognizing you, and you reflect back to me things I like about myself, and I reflect to you things that I like about you. Nothing negative, nothing bad. And so that all feels really good, but it's not real. And it takes a while to actually settle in and to start to know who you're dealing with and withdraw those projections. And then also there's this phenomenon of all the things that I loved about you, all the things that I was really attracted to, are also the things that are going to irritate me.
Yes.
And there's a phase of going through that, right? And I want to get away from you. And then there's the first fight. So people not spending the time to do this might be very surprised if they jump into a relationship. I mean, they can do it then, but it would be also better if they spent the time and understood that it takes about a year for pretty much anything. You learn a new job, a year, right? You travel to a new place, you're getting used to it, a year. So, yeah.
A year's your recommendation?
Yeah, I think a year is pretty good.
I think that for a savvy dater and someone who's very self-aware, though, that they can probably figure out, does this relationship have potential much sooner than a year. And I think it's if they're dating with intent and they're really having deep conversations and developing a level of emotional intimacy early on. And sometimes when couples have a trauma or just something big comes up, someone passes away, or someone needs to move for a job and they're questioning, should I relocate with this person? You're forced to dig deep and you're forced to really look at the relationship, and hopefully then a few months, if not the first month, you are having some of these more emotionally intimate conversations, and you can better evaluate, do I want to be investing my time with this person?
Youth.
I did get engaged on my 1 year anniversary.
You did? You waited a year?
But I also felt, just given what I do for a living, that my husband and I very early on were having some really big conversations about the deep things.
Do you think it's possible, though, within that I can know earlier that people make wrong decisions?
Yes, because I think they're caught up in that love potion in their mind, and they're not necessarily having the bigger conversations, or they get very attached to that, oh, this is the one, this is the guy. And even after those first few blissful months, if things start going downhill, they feel like they have to prove themselves right, that their gut decision was the right decision. So sometimes they're making it work or trying to make it work, even if it's not the right person for them. So they're still,
because they don't want to fail.
Because they don't want to fail. And that makes us feel bad. It makes us feel like, how can we trust our judgment again?
We also get attached.
Very easily.
Very easy. Once we get attached, relationships are very sticky. So that's the other factor too.
Yeah, and we need that time. We need to go through that time that you were talking about, Stan, where we're attracted, we get super involved, we're on drugs,
yes.
And we need to go through that in order to stay with somebody long enough to fall in love, long enough to really be attached.
Right.
So it sounds like the wisdom of the panel is that the 1 year mark for deciding if somebody could be the love of your life is a good benchmark. Sometimes sooner, right? Sometimes it takes a whole year. If you find that you're out there dating and you're just not sure about someone, give it a little time, try things out, and you'll see the answers will come to you.